Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. There's a rather familiar sight across there to our left. Well, my left, your right. Don't think about it too much. And this, of course, is the Batwoman Season 2 ratings. The first episode of Season 2 bringing in a dismal 0.659, which I think at the time was the third lowest rating the series had ever had. And now, just by 9 episodes, they're down to 0.435 and on the verge of going sub 400 with 4 episodes left of the season. Now, with Batwoman, after 2 episodes of dismal, appalling ratings, they announced that it was going to be renewed for a season 3. Since then, things have just fallen off a cliff for them. Maybe that's why. Maybe people just thought this we're 2 out. This will be a laugh. Oh no, you're gonna carry on. Okay, no. But the show is absolutely diabolical. The writing is pathetic. The showrunner is a joke. The characters are horrible, unlikable. We know the situation. 2 new shows have debuted since. 2 brand new shows have debuted on the CW since. And both of them are performing massively better. Now, admittedly, one has only got 1 episode behind it, and I'll get to that last, and that's Kung Fu, which debuted a couple of days ago. And the other one, of course, is Superman and Lois. Now, Superman and Lois is set apparently in the Arrowverse. However, if you've watched it, they have done everything that they possibly can to disassociate themselves from that. The show started off exceedingly well with a really huge bit of about 5 or 6 minutes of literal fan appreciation, where they showed Superman in the very original costume from 1938, and it looked fantastic, can I just say, on screen. They showed various points of his life, meeting Lois, falling in love, getting married, having the kids, doing super work, and even gave him a brand new Superman costume, not even showing off the trash one that he had when he was on Supergirl, and they absolutely annihilated his character in that show. They belittled him, they emasculated him, they made him second, third, fourth fiddle. It was horrible what they did to the character. So, considering this is meant to be set in the Arrowverse, the show has done everything it possibly can to disassociate itself from that. And I think that's a purposeful move. But what's been really impressive about that show is 5 episodes in and now on hiatus until May, the quality of the writing, of the acting, even of the special effects, has been very good indeed. And the show itself has been really interesting and exciting and fun. Gonna say the F word, fun to watch. And it's been rewarded with some great, for CW, ratings. Bearing in mind, things like The Flash can't even hit 1 million viewers anymore. It started off with a 1.745, went to a 1.2. There's always going to be a drop-off from episode 1 to 2. It's what happens after that. But then it's just been exceedingly consistent in those next 4 weeks. Just a minuscule fluctuation up and down, or down and up, whichever way. So it's really holding its viewers. It's really holding and retaining the viewership, which is the hallmark of a show that's quality. People are tuning in and they're interested to see what happens next. So, Kung Fu, a franchise which has long been gone And I've got no problems really when they try and revamp a franchise after it's been gone for so long. The last time we had Kung Fu, well, we had the David Carradine one, which is the one that most people remember. And then I think there was the New Adventures of Kung Fu. That's a long time ago as well. So it's something that's been out of the public eye for a long, long time, and it's now being revamped. It's a revamp in name only, because it doesn't have anything to do with Kung Fu. It's looks like it's going to be very specifically set in one place. There's going to be no roaming the world, roaming America type of business. No, none of that sort of thing. Now that debuted to a 1.399 with a demo of 0.22. And if you look at the Superman demo as well, again, since episode 2, very consistent indeed with the demo. And Batwoman's demo, just off a cliff. Just off a cliff. 18 to 49s don't give two shits about this show. 0.659 Batwoman season 2 with the new Batwoman. No Ruby Rose. This is Ryan Wilder, Javicia Leslie. Kung Fu doubles. A franchise that nobody particularly gives a toss about, let's just be honest. Nobody massively's heard of. It's not something which people wake up and go, God damn, where's my Kung Fu TV series? Has doubled the viewers of the new Batwoman from the Batman family. How embarrassing is that? Now, I do have to say, I thought, right, I'm going to have to watch this first episode and see what I think. Is it going to have the do I think it's going to have the consistency of, say, Superman, which after 5 episodes has kept consistent quality of writing? I watched the show. It's got problems. It's definitely got problems. Now, the show that I watched, of course, was the pilot episode. So I'm hoping that they took the problems of the show and said, okay, if we get rid of this and this, and if we don't do this and this, let's just focus on this. So let's be a little bit more specific. The main character, she's likable. She's not an unlikable character. She's a likable character. The actress seems good. She doesn't say or do anything antagonistic or cocky or overconfident or feeling as if she's superior to others. She's actually a very humble character. And so she comes across as legitimately good at her craft and intelligent. That's a major plus. Her ex-boyfriend, who's in it for a little bit, fine, nothing to write home about. She's been away for 3 years. She dumped him before she went away. She came back. There seemed as if she wanted to maybe rekindle the relationship, but then his new girlfriend, new for 3 years, walks in the door and she's kind of like, oh my God, I lost the man that I loved. It happens. That's great. It pushes you towards another potential romance to blossom during the series. Fine. Nothing wrong with that. The family, couple of issues. Number one, the sister is a bit of an airhead, or is portrayed as an airhead, and yet just so happens to be a super duper hacky wackier and hacks into banks like it's nothing. No, cut that shit out. Stop it. Regular people don't just go hacking banks. That's silly nonsense stuff. And her brother, well, you could probably guess what I'm going to say because it's the CW, is gay. But because they're a Chinese family, at least there is a twist. And the twist is his mother pretends that he isn't. She ignores the fact that he's come out, and the father sort of doesn't really mention it at all. So at least they have a little bit of a little bit of a twist on it, and he doesn't come across as like, oh my godsies. He does come across as just a regular Joe. So at least they're trying to portray, hopefully, a homosexual in a slightly different way than, oh my God, which is the way the CW loves to do it. Her new potential love interest, fine. But there was a couple of issues in the show, which I'm going to now get to. Number one, there was a racial undertone against whites. Again. Now, this was a weird thing, okay? Because there weren't, apart from her ex-boyfriend, who was in it just a smidgen, there wasn't any white people in it. It was just all Asians, because it was in Chinatown, San Francisco, and it's basically an Asian cast. And yet, there was one part in it where one of the Asian women went, oh my God, we can go around this neighborhood and talk to everyone because we're Chinese and they're all Chinese, and so they'll talk back to us. This is the one time where it's an advantage not to be white. And I was just like, oh. Why would you put a stupid antagonistic line in that? Because a line like that does nothing but piss off your audience. It's a racial it's racist, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a racist line that just doesn't need to be there. Don't alienate your audience. You're trying to build an audience. And because it's a CW show, it's all essentially about women. And all the men are so easily carved through as if they're just a knife through butter. You need some strong males. CW. You are lacking strong males. I know that you get so hung up on toxic masculinity. Guess what? Women love strong men. That's why Supernatural ran for 15 seasons. They love strong, assertive men. Doesn't mean if a man is strong and assertive that it takes away from your female protagonist, because she has quite clearly demonstrated her own skill set. So yes, I do think there's going to be a drop off, obviously, from episode 1 to episode 2, because that's what happens just naturally. But if they tighten up those elements of the show, it could actually be watchable, which right now on the CW is something that's I reckon you should take, because I've seen the pictures of that Powder Puff live action make, and can I just say, it's gonna be dog shit. So there we go, folks. Batwoman is being crushed by new shows on the CW, and it's been renewed. They have no idea what they're doing. They need to dump the chaff. They need to green light things which are actually going to appeal to an audience. Work that one out. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.